Alrighty, guys, this is part two. I just went upstairs to get another coffee for myself. So today I have energy to make a full video because I'm trying to kill time here because I have to wait a good like 5.5 hours till my check on freezes. So I'll make this video, then after that I'll watch it. By the time I finish watching the video, it'll be like 9 o'clock, and then I'll binge Rabbids God of War walkthrough for a good like 3 hours. In a good 3 hours, I should be close to completing the game. Then at 12 o'clock, my check will unfreeze, and I will take my shower and I'll go to the store and get my pack of smokes at the Ultramar. The Ultramar is open 24/7. I'll go there. Whereas the Depanneur closes at 10 o'clock, so I'll go to the Ultramar and get myself a pack of smokes. And I'll go to Bob's Pizza and get myself 2 slices of pizza, 2 garlic dips, and 2 drinks. Ugh. They have good pizza over there. And I'll come back home and I'll watch some John Campea. John Campea, watch his amazing show, obviously. I might make another video maybe. I might make another video maybe later on today in the morning. Maybe a 1 hour, 30-minute video. You guys better enjoy this series once again, man. As once I'm hanging on Peace on Vici, man, you're not gonna be saved. I keep saying that. And Peter Jackson, you know what I'm saying? His wife Fran, very awesome. They're lucky, man. They're gonna be saved. They're gonna experience that fate with me and VJ, man. Yeah, man. They're lucky. The John Boyega, Vaughn Joje, but those actors are all lucky. They're gonna be saved for 4 years, almost four years of their life, man. They're gonna be saved, obviously. Yeah, they're lucky, man. They're gonna be part of the magazine ad shoots, feature on my website, the Sky Source News. I'm gonna hire people to interview them. You know how you have Variety and Hollywood Reporter? You have Variety, you have Hollywood Reporter, you have all those news sites. Yeah, I'm gonna have the professionals. I'm gonna have something called Sky Source News, and that's where all the news. You have a section called news, and that's where all the bunch of news is featured. So, but first, y'all have the interviewers interview me, Peter, Guatemala Toro, Fran, Barry Osmond, and my 17, as well as the graphic designer. You can interview the graphic designers if you want. You can interview the web designer if you want. No, not the web designer. But you can interview the web designer photographers. You don't have to interview them. But I might maybe do one interview with them. One interview with the photographers. One interview with the graphic designers. Something like that. You can do that. But I want you interviewing me, VJ, and 17, and Peter and the directors, and the assistant director and his wife Fran and Barry Osborne. Interview those guys and gets featured on my Sky Source and do something cool. Yeah. So you have announcement news, obviously. You have announcement news, obviously, and you also have interviews with the actors and my 17 and all them. So you'll have news when it talks about the announcement, what's going on in the company and all that stuff, and they write down. You also have the interviews that they're going to do with the actors, something cool, obviously. Now, so once I signed the Stars the second year, obviously. So the first year, once I signed Peter Jackson, obviously, you can even have Guillermo Toro and Fran feature on the actors with Peter if you want. You can do that if you want, because you're assistant producers, you can have them featured too. So once I signed Peter, obviously, what I will a couple months, 2 months into the first year, the photographer is going to get ready to do the professional ad shoot magazine picture. I'll get featured on my website, the billboard in front of my office, and I'll post like 2, 3 rolls in Vancouver. Something cool. I'm not going to put it worldwide. No, just put it in Vancouver. That's enough. Me and VJ can easily put it worldwide if we want to, but to put it worldwide will cost me and VJ like $10 million, man. So me and VJ are gonna have to spend like like $20 million just to put it worldwide. It's a waste of money. We're not gonna do that. Just put it in Vancouver. That's enough. That's enough, obviously. So once Peter signs that deal, obviously, and his wife Fran and Barry Austin sign that deal, they'll get featured with me on the magazine actually with my 17. It'll be me, VJ, and then Peter will be featured with. I have his wife Fran featured. Have Peter featured with his wife Fran, and Barry Osmond's featured obviously. And Guatemala Toro's featured, and the 17 are featured with me. That's been cool. And then the people are going to interview me, Peter, and all of them. And you have this teleconference interview featured on my website. And the magazine ad pictures featured on the page on that Skysource News website, as well as around the website. You have a group picture and you have individual pictures that are featured around the website. So okay, I'm gonna tell you, look, man, put pictures in all these different sections in the website, obviously. But the main group magazine picture, you post that on the Skysource News section mainly. You have the interview, and you have this magazine ad picture feature, something cool. You see Peter, he's boss. You see like I don't know. You see Fran, she's leaning on Peter. Barry Osborn's standing there. You see the secretaries leaning on leaning on the three guys. Yeah. You see Jon Favreau. You see Dave Filoni. You know what I'm saying? You see James Gunn. You see Peter Rice. Holy shit, Ivan's boss. You see me. Yeah. My first attitude, I might do it in my condo. I might do it inside my condo, my first ad shoot. Or I'll just rent a professional studio for it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Again, an amazing ad shoot, yeah. He was like, Ivan, I had the best time being featured on your website, man. Around the city of Vancouver, in front of your building, or in front of your property, obviously. You're gonna have this big billboard. I'm gonna have this big billboard in front of my property with the magazine ad pictures featured. You see me appeared on something cool, yeah. I had a great time you featured on your website for the Skysource, getting interviewed, getting the interview being featured on the Skysource News. I had a blast, Ivan. It was fun. It's a good experience. Be part of that buzz for the movie. Yeah, the whole world's tuning in. They went crazy. Yeah. John Campion and Rob Merritt are all tuning in. You guys are all tuning into my Skysource News. I wonder what's going on. Yeah. Oh man, I wish I can cover this on my fucking show. Yeah, they're gonna wish they John Campion and them are gonna wish they can cover my Skysource News on the show, but they can't. I didn't sell. That's why I'm gonna ask this question: why did you game by doing this? Had you opened the door for me, you guys would have been covering all the news about Ivan and VJ on your fucking show. And you chose to keep behind things you see hell. Now you're left behind. You're not safe. What did you get by doing this, man? Because you're crazy, stupid people, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, the actor. So the first year, it'll be me, Peter, Brad, Barry Osborne, my 7 team, and VJ. We'll do 4 to 5 ad shoots. 4 to 5 ad shoots. What? 4 to 5 ad shoots. The first year, obviously. We'll do 4 to 5 ad shoots the first year. Obviously, the photographers will take the pictures, the graphic designers will edit the pictures, and the web designer will code the pictures, obviously. And I'll have the interviews constantly interview me, Peter, and every couple weeks they interview me, Peter, and Fran, and all them. We get updated news. How far are you in the script? Yeah. We're almost done volume 1. You know, I said me and Peter have discussed the script a lot during our constant art meetings. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our very best to make sure we tell the best story we can tell. You see me talking. Holy shit, Ivan's boss. And then yeah, see Peter talking. Yeah, me, us and the team. You know what I'm saying? We discussed the movie. You know what I'm saying? We're currently finishing up volume 1. You know what I'm saying? We still have a long ways to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're doing our very best to honor this story. You see Peter talking, yeah, holy shit, and he's featured on the magazine Ashes with me and VJ and his wife. Listening top notch, yeah. You're looking at a magazine. You're looking at guys. I'm putting money into the best photography studio equipment, man. You're looking amazing, like magazine ad picture. So the magazine ad picture gets featured on my website, around my website, obviously, and so I'll have them do one group picture and do like individual pictures with like 2-3 people each. So you have one or like 2 group magazine ad pictures that's featured on the Skysource News website. And you also have a few individual pictures. One picture with me, VJ, and maybe Peter, Fran, and Barry Osborne. And you have the 2 secretaries in one picture, and you have the 3 guys in one picture. So you do something like that. Like guys, I'm gonna tell the photographers, look, man, I don't just want one picture. I want you taking multiple different pictures. A group picture, individual, like three people pictures, yeah. 2 people pictures, yeah. I don't pay a lot of money for nothing. I expect you to work hard. And they will work hard for me because I pay them a lot of money, obviously. That's why you gotta hire the best photographers in Hollywood. The way you get good pictures. For your posters, your for your case covers, for your billboards, for your red carpet, for your magazine ad pictures to feature on your website for the Skysource News. Yeah, you have to hire good photographers for that. You gotta hire good photographers for that, obviously. With photographers, I'm only going to pay them $50K for the first year and second year. I'm only going to pay them because they're only going to do like 5 shoots. You get 10 grand for every shoot that you do. That's the best way to pay them. You get a nice $10,000 check for every shoot you do every 2 months. 10 grand is enough to last you for 3-4 months. You get your $15,000 bonus, so you can last you for a couple months. You get your $10,000 paycheck. It's a good paycheck for them for the first year and second year. And in the third year, yeah, photographers pay them $50K a year for what? For the first 3 years, because they won't be doing that much work. And the fourth year, they get their fat like $200,000 check. $200,000 check they get. That's a good deal for them. You get $50K for the first 3 years. In the fourth year, you get your fat $200,000. And you get your $15,000 posting. That's a good deal for the photographers. And your feeding and living's all paid for. It's a good deal for them. No one ripping you off. They want 100. I'm like, guys, I'm not going to pay you 100 grand for fucking 5 shoots. You rip me off. $50K is a lucrative paycheck for 5 shoots, man. It's a good paycheck. I pay you a $15,000 bonus. That's enough to last you for a couple of months to feed your family, and you get your $10,000 check for every shoot. That's a good deal for them, obviously. So first year is me, VJ, Peter Jackson, his wife Fran, Guatemala Toro, Barry Osborne, and my 17. They're featured on the 5 ad shoots. So we featured on my website, in the Sky Source News section. I'm saying, and around my website, obviously. The billboard. I'll post a big billboard in front of my property. My graphics look like property, obviously. I'll post a good 2-3 pictures in downtown Vancouver that everyone sees. In the second year, the stars are now featured on my website for the Sky Source News. For the Sky Source News, obviously, the stars are now featured on the Sky Source News. Obviously, will the 17 pictures still be there? Yes, the 17 pictures will still be there. Obviously, it'll still be on the Sky Source News section but it's old information now. The new updated information, now the actors are featured in the updated news when the people interview the actors. But the billboards in front of my building will change, obviously. Every time I do a new shoot, I change the billboard picture in front of my building. I change the pictures around the city, obviously. But the websites, all the pictures stay there, but they're all in the old sections, obviously. With the new updated information, the actors are now featured there. So I'm saying that's how it's gonna work. So once I sign the stars the second year, like within a good like month later, there'll be all my main like 16 stars will be flown to Vancouver, and we're gonna do a big ad shoot. Me, VJ, Peter will be featured with them. Me, VJ, Peter. Guatemala Toro will not be featured. Just Peter. Me, VJ, Peter, and like 15 of the stars will be featured with me. And you get this like nice professional magazine ad shoot. You know other Kardashians have this big ad shoot? Yeah. You know, so you see VJ leaning on me. You see like Ariana Grande leaning on Yvonne Joj. Danielle Minette leaning on Carl Urban. Yeah. Because Carl Urban and Danielle Minette will be lovers in the movie, obviously, if I choose Carl Urban. As Mary and Cornelius, spoiler alert, small spoiler alert, they have what? They have a romance, obviously. I don't want to spoil it. I spoiled it for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You see all the 15 stars featured with me and VJ, something cool. Yeah, man, something cool. I'll do 5 ad shoots the second year, and I'm also gonna do commercials. I'm gonna do 2 commercials the second year. So the second year I'll do 4 commercials. The actors will get together and do 4 commercials. So what I'll do is for 4 of the 5 ad shoots, the actors will do a commercial after. No, don't do that. They'll be tired. Don't do that. They'll be tired. But 4 times a year, the actors will be flown in to do a commercial. Obviously, so the commercial will play right before the trailers of the doc video, the doc trailers and the movie trailers. The commercials will play before the video, something cool like that. The actors, I'll pay them $10,000 for it. How's my company will blow out of the water? Yeah, man. They got an amazing company, yeah, man. The company will blow out of the water, yeah, man. It'll blow hell out of the water, yeah, man. Yeah. And Peter will do the commercials with me. I only have Peter do 2 commercials. He'll do 1 commercial the first year with the 17, and he'll do 1 commercial with the actors the second year, and that's it. He doesn't. You don't have to have him do the other commercials. Have him do 2 commercials. That's enough. Pay him $30K for it. It's a good paycheck for Peter Jackson. Good paycheck for Peter. Pay him $30K for the 2 commercials, and we'll do 1 commercial the first year with the 17, and then 1 commercial with the actors the second year. He'll do 1 commercial with the actors the second year. He'll do 1 commercial with the actors the second year. He'll do 1 commercial with the actors the second year. Obviously. Yeah. Obviously. And once I do the attitudes with the 17 and all that, in the first year, the actors the second year, and the third year, the training attitudes, I'll party it up with the actors. In my yacht, my condo, my office, do a nice party with them. That way you give the actors a good experience. You give the Zane's actors a good experience, obviously. You party it up with them, obviously. So Peter will help me with the main business calls, except for the set building, obviously. He'll help me co-write the script. Mel Gibson will have the same duties, obviously. Help me co-write the script, take his notes, do the consult with me, help me sign the crewmen the first year and the actors the second year, as well as the special effects team and cinematographers. Peter will help me sign all those guys. And he'll go over the script with me like 2 more times after the script is now finished. Sarah? The script is now complete, obviously. So Peter will help me make the call for the hotel party. The 2-day hotel party in Switzerland, the luxury Bergenstock Hotel in Switzerland, a luxury, beautiful hotel, obviously. I'll do a 2-day party in Switzerland. My deal is $10.1 million for the deal. So I want a 2-day party, DJs, hire a couple DJs, a party inside and out. All you can drink alcohol for the entire cast and crew, obviously. I want a buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 days for my entire cast and crew. Obviously, yeah. I want billboards featured on the in the hotel for the red carpet, with me and all the actors featured for the red carpet for the movie. Obviously, you have to rent the red carpet. You have to rent barricades. You got to hire security guards. You have to hire a good 14 photographers to take pictures of my 3. However much you want to pay them is none of my business. If you want to pay them $250K, get your cheap. Pay them $250. But make sure you rent top high-end cameras, like $4,000 cameras. You gotta rent high-end cameras. Don't rent cheap ones. I want professional red carpet pictures, not cheesy pictures. Like, guys, you better listen to what I'm saying. I don't want you renting these cheap, like $150 cameras. Otherwise, you're gonna get shitty pictures. No, you have to rent top high-end luxury cameras that they use in Hollywood for the that way you get professional red carpet pictures. The cameras that my photographers are using, I want you getting those cameras. The way my pictures are top notch. It'll be featured on my website, obviously. Obviously, right? Yeah. My deal is $10.1 million for the Bergenstock Hotel. Peter will help me make the call for that. Obviously, 2-day party in the red carpet event. He'll help me rent the 10 IMAX cameras. I'm gonna rent 10 IMAX film cameras for the movie. Peter might tell me, we can rent 15. I'm like, no, Peter, 15 is a waste. We're wasting money. 10's enough. 4 main cameras for the main shots, and the other ones are all side cameras. High shot footages, gliding footages. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll hire 4 main cinematographers, pay them the $2 million. You can hire 4 to 5. Hire 4 to 5 main cinematographers. And when I film all the scenes, we can film with 4 to 5 cameras at a time for the main shots, and then all the other assistants that use the other cameras. They use the gliding shot footages, the high shot footage with the drones. The assistants are filming for the side shots. Have 4 to 5 main guys. Pay them $2 million each. I can't have any more than 5, but you gotta watch it for your budget. Hire a good 4 to 5 main guys. The way I pay, it'll cost me a good $8-10 million in the budget. Hire a good 4 to 5 main guys. Pay them the rich $2 million. It's a nice con. That way they work hard for you. And the assistants pay them the rich $170,000 salary. That way they work hard for you. You feed their families. You know what I'm saying? You feed their families. And what? And then Peter will help me to call for the equipment for the cameras. The IMAX cameras are gonna cost me like $8 million, man. If I rent like 10 of them, like $8 million in the budget, man. $9 million is expensive, man. $16,000 a week to rent. To rent one camera. So imagine paying $16,000 a week for 1 year. That's what? That's like one point like what? 1.8 million, 2 million in cost, man. Something crazy, man. $1.8 million. Yeah, like 10 cameras are gonna cost me what? A lot of money, man. Now I'll do the math here. I have a calculator. Give me a second. I'll see how much it'll cost me. Yeah. That's why I can't rent any more than 10 cameras. Because IMAX cameras are very, very pricey, man. They're $16,000 a week to rent, guys. I went on Google. It says it costs $16,000 to make. 16,000 times 52. That's 1 year, right? 16,000 times 52. $832,000, guys. Yeah. So for me to rent one IMAX camera for 1 year of filming will cost me $832,000. That's just one camera, times 10. It is what? 8.32 million dollars. So I was right. Yeah, it will cost me about $8 million. Hence why I'm not renting any more than 10. Because if Peter wants to rent like 20 cameras, like Peter, if you rent 20, it's gonna cost me like $16-17 million in the budget, man. It can affect the budget a little bit. It won't affect the budget. I'm like, Peter, I'm not gonna rent 20 fucking cameras. We're wasting money. 10's enough. And have 4 or 5 main ones, and the other 5 we use for the side shots. We can use 2, 3 for the high shot footages for the drones, and another 2 for side shots. It's enough. It's enough cameras, Peter. Yeah, it's enough. In Hollywood, most companies only use like film with 3 cameras at a time on average. Yeah. I don't want to rent like 20 cameras and we don't use half our cameras. We're wasting money. It's gonna piss me off. Don't do that, Peter. Okay, Ivan, fine. Peter help me to call for that. You know what I'm saying? The equipment for the cameras, the drones, the camera moving stands, whatever they're called, right? The gliding equipment, the lighting equipment, the sound equipment. Peter help me to call for all that. We can rent all the best stuff. The cameras will cost me $8.3 million, but the what? The equipment for the cameras will cost me maybe a total of maybe $1 million. A million in total cost, $700,000 in total cost, $500,000 in total cost around the equipment. The equipment of the cameras is cheaper. Whereas the cameras are expensive because IMAX cameras are the best cameras in Hollywood. I'm renting the film ones, not the digital ones. Peter, I don't want to rent the digital ones. I don't want that digital look. No, rent the film ones. That way you get the look like you got for Lord of the Rings. Okay, I was just saying, yeah. We rent the best, like 10 IMAX cameras in Hollywood. We call the best company in America. We rent the best cameras. Yeah, hi, this is Peter Jackson. This is Ivan Amir. You know what I'm saying? This is Sky Entertainment. We want to rent 10 of your cameras. Okay, what cameras you want to rent? Yeah, we want to rent your. You guys have IMAX film cameras? Yeah, we have IMAX film cameras. Yeah, we want to rent 10 of them. 10 of them, okay. We also want the cameras updated, the lenses and speakers. Yeah, we can do that, Ivan. We also want to rent all the equipment associated with the cameras. Drones, you guys have drones? Yeah, we have drones. This is the best drones. This is the best camera we send. This is the best glide equipment. This is the best lighting equipment. This is the best sound equipment. So we rent the best stuff. That's why Xanus will be an amazing movie. Yeah, look, yeah, beautiful cinematography for Xanus, man. Yeah, man. And Peter will have a blast working with me because the doctor will be filming this too. Even though making these calls is not fun, you know what I'm saying? I'm having a blast. The doctor's filming us like we're in a movie. Yeah. He just having a blast. You know, I had a much more fun time working for your movie. I did fucking New Line Lord of the Rings, Ivan. You gave me an unlimited budget. You paid me way more money, yeah. The amount of money you paid me for my fucking bonus is how much I made for the whole project of Lord of the Rings for my base. And you paid me that for my fucking pre-production bonus, yeah. The 10 million is how much Peter's making for pre-production alone. That's not his full salary, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Obviously. And then Peter will help make the call for what? For the CGI, the interesting one, the CGI. What will be the most interesting? The most interesting call will probably be the CGI technology. Because that's like, CGI is what? CGI and the IMS cameras, that's the cool stuff. The IMS cameras and the CGI technology, that's going to be the exciting calls to make. You know what I'm saying? Because your cinematography and your special effects are the what? Are the heart and soul of your movie, man. They're the most important sections of your movie. Besides the actors, right? They're the most important sections of your movie, obviously. And we call the best. Yeah, Peter's like, Ivan, I know the best company. And he's like, holy shit, Ivan! All the companies that Hollywood uses are all in your system. Yeah, Peter, George Lucas helped me out. All the companies are all on the computer. So holy shit, Ivan, you did your due diligence. All these companies all these companies that Hollywood use are all in your system. Yeah, they're all in the system, obviously. There. They're all in your system, yeah. They're all in your system, Ivan. My nose is getting a little bit stuffed again. I don't know what's going on here. The what? They're all in your. They're what? They're all in your system, yeah. And we call the company. We rent all the best stuff for all the sections. Obviously, for the CGI, I will have George. No, I'll have George consult for that. Help me and Peter out a little bit because George knows all. But Peter knows all the sections of special effects because he owns his own web digital company. He knows. You can have George consult a little bit, but Peter owns his own web digital company. Yeah, I know all the departments. Okay, George. Okay, Peter. And I'm saying we need to rent all the stuff for all the departments. Yeah, Ivan, you're gonna have to rent all the stuff for the sound department, the sound mixing department, the VFX artist, the visual effects artist. You know what I'm saying? The editing department. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to rent all the best stuff. And we call the company. Yeah, we want to rent all your stuff. To rent all the stuff will cost me millions, and that'll be paid through the $400+ million budget, obviously. It might cost maybe, I don't know, to rent all the top-notch stuff. They're gonna ask you, okay, Ivan, how much money are you putting towards the special effects? Oh, I don't know, $460 million. Like, what? $460 million? I'm like, yeah, I'll say 400. I'll say, look, man, I'll put 400 million I'll put 400 million towards the budget. 410 million towards the budget. And the leftover money from the movie, if I have leftover money, I'll pour the rest out towards special effects. So it might be 410 to about $460 million. They're like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. This is a revolution in technology. This is better than Pandora, Avatar, and Peter Jackson's Middle Earth. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at an unheard of movie guys. And, yeah, I know what I'm saying. And they're all those guys are shocked. Holy shit, Ivan's company blows. Your company blows out of the water. Peter's like, Ivan, your company blows out of the water. You're putting 400+ million to $460 million towards special effects. I know, yeah, Peter. Holy shit, this is more money than how much what? My entire Lord of the Rings trilogy was made for, Ivan. Yeah. This is something amazing. So the amount of money I'm pouring towards special effects, guys, is more than the entire budget of the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy combined. excluding the marketing costs, obviously. If you don't include the marketing costs, the budget going towards the movie, paying all the actors, funding everything to do with the movie, is more than the entire budget of the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. That's why my company will blow out of the water. And that's why I'm looking at unheard technology for Zanus. This has been crazy, man. Yeah, man. This has been crazy for Zanus. Unheard of technology, yeah, man. Unheard of technology with Zanus, yeah. People will be shocked. Holy shit, Ivan. You're looking at You're looking at demons, Ivan. You're looking at a war better than my Helm's Deep in Two Towers. You're looking at a world better than Pandora and My Middle Earth. Yeah, it looks something amazing for Zanus. That's why Peter will have that smile on his face. So I gave him all the budget. He'll be happy, man. You're gonna see how happy he is. Oh my god, Peter looks so much more invested, looks so much more happy in Ivan than he was in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Because I paid him more money and I gave him his freedom. Whereas Lord of the Rings was a dirty slave, don't hate me. I gave him an unlimited budget. Whereas Lord of the Rings, they didn't give him an unlimited budget. They gave him a 90 like $4 million budget, man, for Lord of the Rings. Big $90 million is a big budget, obviously, but for a movie like Lord of the Rings, you should put like $120 million towards that kind of movie. Because you like it's cheap, obviously, they what? Sorry, Peter, we're taking a huge risk with this fantasy project. We're only going to give you $93 million. And Peter was limited in what he can do. See what I'm saying? And he still pulled out. The movie still looked amazing. When you watch Lord of the Rings, it looks like it was made for like $150 million. It was only made for $90 million. The movie looked amazing, obviously. Well, Xanus will blow that technology out of the water. It will blow the technology of Lord of the Rings out of the water. It looks like amazing. Yeah. Obviously. And then Peter will help make the call for the costumes, armor, and weapons and machines for creating the masks. So the sewing, you know the sewing equipment that's used to create custom-made costumes? Yeah, me and Peter are going to have to rent a bunch of those for the costume designers to what? We need to rent that. We also need to rent the fabric for the clothing, to create the clothing, obviously. We have to get a bunch of fabric for creating all these different kinds of clothing, and then the sewing machines for customizing the clothes. We have to make the calls for that, obviously. We have to make the calls for the tools to create the armor, weapons, weather workshop. The best tools we can get, we can buy, obviously. Obviously, right? Yeah. So the fabric for custom making the clothes, we have to buy that, obviously. Obviously, the sewing equipment, the sewing machine equipment for creating clothing, I'll rent that. The tools for creating the armor and weapons, we can buy that. Obviously, we can buy that. Obviously, the tools. And once filming is complete, obviously, I can donate the armor, all the armor and weapons to a company, to another movie company. You can do that. Donate it if you want. You have to get the best tools for the Weather Workshop blacksmiths, right? To create the weapons and the armor, obviously, and we're gonna have to make the calls for a good 5 machines that are going to be used to design all the masks and the costumes. You want to design a good 40-50 masks a day. You have to get a good like 5 machines. You need to design a good at least 30+ masks a day if you want to pull off making 27,000-30,000 masks in 2 years, which they can easily pull off if you rent a lot of masks, a lot of mask machines, obviously, and you hire a good like 50 team. You have to hire a big team for the mask designers. They want to pull off making. Yeah, we can pull it off. But you need to hire a big team, like a 50 team for that. You need to hire a 40-50 team for the costume designers. You need to hire a 50-60 team for Weather Workshop. You have to hire a big team for those 3 sections. Yeah, man. A lot of work. Yeah, man. Shut my camera for a sec.